guys, my name is El Nero, and welcome to episode 82 of The Midnight Hour. This episode was a hastily put together interview of sorts with Kodaline singer-songwriter Steve Garrigan. I went to his house for a few beers, and after falling asleep on the couch at 4 a.m. and waking up with a really bad hangover just a few hours later, we decided to record a sequel to episode 18 of this podcast, which is when Steve first appeared. We discussed music, Kodaline's upcoming third album, socks, and Christmas, of all the things, and, various other important things in the world, such as ghosts and things like that. This episode also includes a live performance of a song that, at this point in time, has been unheard by human ears. So stick around for that, because I'm very happy with the exclusivity. If you want to discuss the episode, you can use the comment section below, or you can use the subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/midnight hour. If you want to download the episode, just search Midnight Hour on iTunes or click the SoundCloud link in the description, or just go to whatever podcast app you have on your phone and it should be there. As a disclaimer, I should add that I cannot stress how hungover and tired we were when we recorded this. Also, the quality is not that great because we recorded it in a very open room, and the microphone kind of drowned out the voices a little bit in favor of the open space around it. So it's just not the most professionally done episode of all time, but it does contain a live performance of an unreleased song. So if you have a problem with it, then go complain about it on the internet. I hope you guys enjoy the episode. I will speak to you probably in the middle of it and at the very end as well. So enjoy. If you like this kind of thing, leave a like on the video or leave a like on SoundCloud and a repost, because those kinds of things just really help out, and all relevant links will be in the description on whatever platform you're viewing or listening to this on. So without further ado, let's get into the episode.
No power in the verse can stop me.
I'm joined today by Zane Garrigan. Anyway, I'm joined by Steve.
Leader of the Gorgonites.
Yeah. So we're both very hungover, and we're recording this in Steve's house, and it's in a room that's very open, and if there's any production issues, just tweet Steve and tell him, because he's the one who produced the episode.
Tell me I'm a failure.
He just had a speaking fail and just spilled coffee all over his couch, so it's been a good morning for us. So
very productive.
The first thing I want to ask you is, I'm in your home and it's very nice, but it's March and there's a Christmas tree right behind you.
It's the New Year, New Me tree.
How is that a thing? Is that laziness or busyness or both, or is it just that you love Christmas?
Where's your Christmas spirit?
It's back in December where it belongs.
No, I mean, there's always time for Christmas spirit.
That's true, yeah. Do you listen to Christmas music as well?
I do, yeah, every morning.
You have 7 Christmas music apps on your phone. What's that about?
Yeah, you have a Santa Claus onesie as well.
Yeah, it's weird because your house is really big, and at 7 a.m, Jingle Bells just comes blaring through every room of the house.
No, it's Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh, Jingle Bell Rock, sorry.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
What's your favourite Christmas song? Because this is a perfect season to ask that question.
My favourite Christmas song, it'd have to be Fairy Tale New York.
Yeah, it is the best, I think.
It's an absolute masterpiece. But then there is another one. I don't know if any of your listeners listen to Coldplay.
No, none of them do.
Yeah, it's kind of, Coldplay are such a band that you either love them or hate them.
Yeah.
I love them. I'm a huge fan. They have a Christmas song called Christmas Lights.
That's a good one, actually.
I think it's a masterpiece.
What I like about that song is that it's not cheesy in a Christmassy way. It doesn't immediately hit you that it's Christmas, but at the same time, it's like just a song you could probably listen to any time of year and feel that sort of...
No, exactly. That's the hard thing about a Christmas song. Like, I've never written a Christmas song. Well, actually, every year at Christmas...
You fail to write a Christmas song.
I fail to write a Christmas song. No, I'd sit down. But there is a fine line between cheesy and cool. And I think, Fairy Tale New York is so classy.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's so easy to go cheesy in a Christmas song. There's too many of them out there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh...
I know.
But
the Killers write a Christmas song every year.
Yeah, I heard one of them and I thought it was very, very cheesy.
I think they've done like 6 in a row or something. To me, they all sound like the one song, but I'm not a huge Killers fan. I do think their first album's pretty good, but they're a bit
Their first album's amazing.
Yeah, I just think the lyrics are very messy at times. Not that they matter that much.
That's Brandon Flowers' style, though.
I know, yeah.
I think that song, he's brilliant. He's kind of like, he uses a lot of metaphors,
Yeah.
you know, and images, as opposed to being really direct. There's so many different lyrical styles.
He also references other music. I really like that. Like, I'm a huge Gaslight Anthem fan, and Brian Fallon does a lot of layering in his songs.
Gaslight Anthem, that's they're a Bruce Springsteen cover band, aren't they?
Wow. How could you? The fucking look on your face right now. Oh my god.
No, I'm a fan as well.
Yeah,
Brian
yeah.
Fallon's amazing.
Steve likes to tease me about my Gaslight Anthem love because he's a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad that we agree. So, other music is... Actually, I was going to ask you what your favourite album of 2016 was, but I was also interested to know, like, how much time do you get to just listen to music nowadays?
You know, it's really, really weird. The only time I actually listen to music now is when I'm driving. I just started driving, and it's like, I should have done it years ago.
Yeah.
It's a whole new lease on life, but
Yeah.
anybody will tell you that. But yeah, I just kind of love going for a cruise and then just like putting on a new album and listening to it start to finish.
What's
not
your-
even an album actually, it's more Spotify and Apple Music.
You have all that in the car?
I use Apple Music, yeah. Not just from my phone.
Yeah, yeah.
But and I go on to like different playlists and stuff and just listen through them and try to listen to new songs. But I remember, it's funny you asked that question because I remember I was in the middle of doing, I think it was our first album, and I turned around to Mark and I was like, I haven't actually listened to music in about a year. And
Yeah.
he goes, me neither.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
weird, like, you know, and we're there, like, breaking our backs, you know, trying to put these albums together, and then, I mean, the whole reason why we got into it in the first place, because we absolutely love music,
Yeah.
and it's that sheer enjoyment that you get from hearing a song that just speaks to you, you know, and everybody's got their favourite artists and all that stuff, you know, but I don't know how, I went a year pretty much without actually listening to music.
There's always a point when you go into the studio and then you kind of disappear and go on tour and come back with all these stories from like strange faraway places, and then you and me will sit down and I'll be like, listen to this song specifically, and then yeah,
You've introduced me to a lot of cool music.
yeah, that's always like, I really like doing that as well, because I know how far out of the loop you get when you're like on a tour bus and you've got like limited Wi-Fi connection, and like all your connections to the outside world are a little bit more dimmed, I suppose, and everything is focused on the actual writing your own songs and stuff. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's a strange place to be in that you have a closer connection to the music industry than most people, and yet you also are kind of more distanced from it than most people in that way.
Yeah, I mean, I always have a bunch of go-to songs, you know, that are just my favourite songs.
Barbie Girl,
Aqua.
yeah.
That's Barbie Girl, Aqua, yeah. No, it's Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, the cartoons, Ooh Ah Walla Walla, Bing Bang.
That
Bing
was a
Bang.
good one, yeah. It was a very important time in
Yeah,
your
no,
life when
I
you heard
think-
that song.
Yeah, I mean, I used to just sit in my room for hours and just listen to cartoons.
The SpongeBob SquarePants team, that was a breakthrough for you, wasn't it? That was what made you decide you wanted to be a musician.
Yeah, I was going through a really rough time, and I just kind of... No, I have a lot of songs, go-to songs, like Springsteen songs. I like Neil Young, and I like lots of kind of old kind of music, and Sam Cooke. But I love discovering a song, like, say it just comes on the radio, and it's like, oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And everybody's got their own taste, you know, with music, but I just live for that feeling. I try and get that feeling when I'm writing my own songs. I want to, you know, I want to get the same feeling from what I write that I get from songs I absolutely love.
Nep wanted me to ask you this question, and it's kind of a silly question.
Okay.
But what's it like to know that you're a really good singer? Like, aside from the fact that it's served you very well in your career thus far and everything, do you ever get that feeling when, like, you walk into a room, like, if there's a guitar there in the corner, you're just like, I could play that and sing a song right now and blow everyone's mind here? Does that ever, yeah, like, you're very down to earth and haven't changed at all since you've become famous or whatever, but before you were famous, you'd still love to grab a guitar and sing songs.
Yeah.
And like, you go busking and like, you go to open mic nights and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you're someone that naturally likes performing.
Yeah.
Do you ever just think to yourself, I'm good at singing and that's deadly?
Not really. Like,
God damn it.
no, I think I've been singing since I was like 6 years old, you know. And
Yeah.
it's always been one of the biggest things in my life, you know. And I've never really thought about it from that point of view, but I suppose it is kind of cool.
If you've never
in
known.
fairness, right? Imagine, I'm sure, like, have you ever wanted to be like a martial arts expert?
Kinda.
You know, so you could like walk into a room and if someone was starting a fight, you'd be like,
Yeah.
I could stop this fight,
I
or
yeah.
I could, you know.
I watch
I
it.
prefer to be able to do that.
Really,
I
yeah.
don't fight at all and useless, as opposed to be like, yeah, I'll play a song, and I mean, yeah, I love playing and I love singing, you know. And
But you prefer fighting.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, I know what you mean. Like, I watch UFC and I see Conor McGregor, and like, I don't think to myself, I want his notoriety, I want his fame, I want his like mic skills. I just think I'd love to be able to walk down the street and never fear that not that I spend my time walking thinking I'm going to get beaten up, but I'd love to just be able to, if someone came up to me, to be confident enough to be like, I will put you in the ground.
Yeah, but you don't have to fight.
Exactly.
You know that you can.
Yeah.
You could disarm somebody, or you could, you know, stop a fight.
Yeah.
But I think something like that is more functional, because, you know, if I walk into a room and then like a fight breaks out, I don't know why I'm talking about fights, but if
You
a
are a
fight
very
breaks
angry
out-
man. How did you get those black eyes?
That's a long story. I'm hardly going to pick up a guitar and start singing about peace.
You never
To
know.
disarm the fight.
That worked for John Lennon,
We
so
are human, everybody, each and every one of us. So put down the fists.
listen
and
to
open,
this.
And open your hearts.
Yeah,
Pick up the guitar and play. No, I don't.
I am, as you know, like, I'm one of the biggest music fans in the world. Like, I love listening to music. It's like a hobby of mine, but it's also like this whole spiritual thing. Like, I'm sure very deeply religious people, that sense of enlightenment they get, I'm pretty sure I get that from music. Like, it's the only thing that can like just kind of disarm me from the world around me and stuff.
That's the power of music. It's amazing.
But it kills me inside that I have no musical ability whatsoever. I have nothing but ineptitude, and like, I hear you writing songs a lot where you'll just be like, I don't know, you play a note and be like, no, it has to be like, and I'm just like, why is he inventing these sounds and acting like it means anything? Just write the song. And like, it took me a long time to realize that music notes are things, and like, you have to, it's like, so I don't know, just the average person doesn't know about these things, and it's like, writing a song is actually a really nuanced like and complex thing, but
It is quite complex.
to me it's just like, why don't you just get the guitar and play the song?
But no, in fairness, right, it is complex, but no, it comes down to the simplicity. It's just pick up the guitar and play.
Sure, I mean, I was there in the room when you
Melodies, like a good melody, you know, I'm a true believer in
counter
the way-
melodies.
No, a lyric is the most important thing for me, always. But then other people will say it's the melody.
Yeah.
But I find that melodies they're easy to come up with, you know, and I think a lot more thought has to go into the lyric and the actual message in the song.
You know, the National,
Yeah, I love them. Yeah.
they're amazing,
I
but
love that Fake Empire song.
yeah, it's so good. Their singer, they do the melodies first, and then they base the lyrics around the melody. And I find it amazing because their lyrics are incredible. Like, they're very sort of magical and otherworldly, and they don't seem to be referencing anything in particular. But then when you dig deeper, you'll find this like poem, like this absolute, and it's just amazing to me that they do that based on hearing a melody.
You can do that, but that's kind of what that's how you do it. That's how anybody really does it.
Yeah, it's how like hip hop songs are made and stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I've written songs. I remember I was in the car with my dad, and then he turned around and he said, "It's not the destination, it's the road."
Mm.
And it's a quote or something, and I don't know what we were talking about, life and getting all philosophical.
I think it was Hitler that said that.
Jesus. Wow.
Just kidding, it wasn't Hitler.
I'm never going to play that song. No, but then I wrote the whole song in the car, and I didn't touch an instrument. And then when I got home, I sat at the piano and I played it start to finish.
Yeah.
But it was all the lyric, you know, and I kind of straight away, I just had the melody. It was like, alright, that's the melody, cool, you know, but then it was lyric.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I really like to focus on the lyric.
A lot of people have been tweeting me about your third album and to shut them all up. So I've heard some of the songs from it and it sounds huge. A couple of songs are very heavy, I think, and reminiscent of In a Perfect World, Kodaline. And then there's a couple of songs that are not really like anything that you've done before. Do you have a release date for the album?
Well, we haven't got anything set in stone yet, but we're looking at September, yeah, probably.
That's pretty cool.
Likely.
So we should expect the lead single in the summer?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
And then maybe one after that, so 2 singles before the album. And then, yeah.
And you're gonna let me do a rap verse on this album, finally.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's track 9. It's called Spittin' Fire, everyone.
Spitting fire through the...
Wire.
Spitting fire through the wire.
Yeah. This is my desire. Come at me if you desire. Oh, I just used desire twice. If fire didn't rhyme with desire, there'd be a lot of empty pop songs out there.
Yeah, I mean, fire is such a word in a song that's just overused. Almost when I hear it now, I'm like, ugh.
It's a hard one.
It's cheesy.
Whenever I hear it,
But if you use it right,
it can be
it's
great.
all about the bigger picture. It's all about the rest of the words.
Springsteen's I'm on Fire is a masterpiece. Yeah. And it's so simple and
Your
yet
sex is on fire. It's Kings of Leon.
that song I don't actually mind, in all honesty, even though it's kind of a
What about Set Fire to the Rain by Adele?
that's great. But she's not rhyming fire with anything there. Is she?
Oh, no, she's not.
Yeah.
Set fire to the rain.
That's a brilliant song. I remember the first time. It was you that actually played that for me for the first time.
That blew me away.
Yeah.
That was one of the albums that I was just like, when that came out, I was like, oh my god. When I heard Rolling in the Deep.
Yeah, that was such a...
What the hell is that for the first time? I know it's kind of overplayed now.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
But the first time I heard it, for me, I jumped up off my seat and I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
It's just a brilliant song and a phenomenal voice, you know, and delivered incredibly, you know, performed incredibly. But yeah, there's a lot of songs with fire in it.
Yeah,
We Didn't Start the Fire.
that's a good one, but it's also just a bunch of things that happened in the world that rhyme, and like he's not even making a statement, he's just saying like Marilyn Monroe.
It's brilliant though.
It is.
It's brilliant.
No, it's a brilliant song. But
Do you know what he said actually at one of his shows?
Was it when he messed up?
No, Billy Joel. He said, he goes, everybody was going mad for We Didn't Start the Fire, and they were like, oh yeah, you know, play it. When are you going to play it? Because it's one of his biggest hits ever.
Yeah.
And he just kind of broke down and goes, why do you people like this song? He goes, it's the biggest pile of shite I've ever heard. He goes, there's no melody. It's just da 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 da.
Yeah.
But like, I thought it was hilarious. But it is a genius song. It's all in the lyric, you know. It's just a big chorus.
Have you heard the Family Guy parody of that song? It's just Peter Griffin and he's saying people's names, and then he towards the end he's like, famous person, movie star, don't know who these people are. It's so good.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the episode. If you are, don't forget to leave a like and things like that, because it's important, I guess. I mean, I see other people saying that you should do that, so I suppose it probably is important. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you want to buy any Midnight Hour merchandise, the link is in the description to like a whole range of Midnight Hour products, from metal travel mugs to regular big mugs and like wall tapestries, t-shirts, hoodies, all of that good stuff. It's in the description. It's society6.com/eldeniro, and it's just really high quality stuff. Pretty much everything clothes related that I buy comes from Society 6, apart from jeans because they don't have those. But Midnight Hour jeans would actually probably be pretty dope. Anyway, I'll let you get back to the episode. Hope you're enjoying it, and go buy some stuff. I hear that you all need new duvet covers, and they're only $129. So I mean, they're practically giving them away. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the episode. I'll talk to you at the end.
So, the third album, the songs that I've heard, the Lyrical Themes, are a lot more, what would I say? They're sort of bigger than any ones that you've done before. Like, I think some of your biggest Lyrical Themes come in songs that actually haven't been on albums, like What It Is and Take Control.
There's another one I have called Moving On.
It's
just a really good...
that was a bonus track on Coming Up for Air.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why a lot of the B-sides have a lot more lyrics. And I think it's because when we write a B-side, or I write, a song that isn't going on the album, I have absolutely no fear, so I just put it all in to the... It's kind of like I'm experimenting with lyrics.
Yeah.
To really try and get the message across.
It's B-sides tend to be more stripped down, I think.
Yeah.
So you can kind of play around with them a little bit before they go in.
But yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a big difference between a single and a B-side. But yeah, I think on this album we've gone heavy on the lyrics. Really, really crafting it out. And trying to exactly get across what we're trying to get across. If we're writing about something or someone or whatever, we will try our best to actually get that across. To the point where if somebody hears it, they'll know instantly what it's about.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to do because, again, songs can mean one thing to one person, another thing to another person, and all that stuff. But
that's one of my
favorite. It doesn't really matter, but that's what we aim to do anyway.
Yeah. The song you played me last night, I can't remember the name of it. It's the huge one with the very specific kind of chord. It's very upbeat. The lyrics in that sort of struck me straight away as being, I just feel like they're more broad than anything that you've ever done before. Like, they're a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like a lot of your songs, you have this, like, in a lot of your songs you sort of emanate this theme of universal oneness, like that we're all different but we're actually all the same, and we all, like, that's a huge thing of yours, I think. Like in One Day, that's really kind of the crux of that song, is that if you're going through a hard time, then actually it's fine, because like
life passes you by, don't waste your time.
And other people have felt this way and stuff, and like you're not on your own and everything. And then I think
Lost as well, we are ordinary people, as beautiful as we are.
And then Take Control as a song is a really good sequel to that idea, because it's sort of as someone just coming out of that spell and being like, whoa, I can actually like do this kind of stuff. And I feel like that song you played me last night, I can't, what's the name of it? The first one? It's the big...
I know what it is.
You can't say the name? Okay. It's called Fuck Donald Trump.
It's a beautiful ballad.
Anyway, that song,
it's a tearjerker. Fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah, and then in brackets, Anthem for Melania Trump. But that song kind of, I feel like isn't the third part of that trilogy of ideas. It's very like, all right, look, this is it. There's no point in... Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I hope that the listeners understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, you kind of do center around that idea a lot of everybody experiencing some sort of emotional like unwellness at a time. But as long as everyone's in it together, then it's fine. And that's kind of the ultimate like mission statement, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, music brings people together,
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like when we play shows and stuff, it's amazing. Like the fans that we do have, like we're not a huge band. We're just, you know, we can tour around the world and play anywhere. You know, we play small venues, we play big venues. We're big in one country, small in another. You know, it's not. But like what I find is all the shows we play, that the fans that come to our gigs are just really
passionate.
Really passionate.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You know, I remember like in Poland, we were playing a show and it was amazing. It was like, like there was fans crying and stuff. Like we did a meet and greet beforehand and they were just like crying and saying thank you for the music. It's got me through. You know, they couldn't even speak English, so there was a translator there. You know, it was bizarre. But then, like they'd be singing along to the songs and they didn't even speak the language, but that's what I mean. Like there's an understanding in it, even though they don't know what the song's about, but they can feel it.
Yeah.
But I remember at this particular show, like the last song we were playing, I looked out and everybody in the audience had these paper hearts. And they just lifted them up, these paper hearts, and somebody must have passed them out. And this is like, I don't know, about 1,500 people.
And it's nothing to do with you.
It's nothing. It's like a flash mob of hearts. But yeah, I remember looking out and I got a bit teary-eyed. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. You know, that music can actually, I mean, unintentionally, you know, because we just write music predominantly for ourselves, you know, because we love it and that's what we do, and it's a way of expressing, for me it's a way of expressing myself, you know.
Yeah.
Even just getting things off my chest and, you know, but just to see that, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just an amazing feeling. Those hearts. So cheesy, but it was just magic, you know.
Yeah, I think I kind of feel like that breaks down the cheesy barrier in some way, because it's not necessarily people who are like, they're not holding up a sign that says our love was made for movie screens or whatever. That like it's more like you say, because they don't know all the lyrics or what they mean or something. The fact that they can resonate in some way and hold up, I think that's actually a really cool thing. I think it's amazing that they organize that themselves. I always wondered how stuff like that works at gigs. Like you see so many people that they're all involved in something, and I'm always like, did the band do that or did that just happen by itself? Yeah. So somebody organised 1,500 hearts? Or?
It must have been, like, there was Kodaline Poland or something, like a fan group, and I think a lot of them were there, but they must have just passed out hearts to everybody.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
Do you ever, not so much at gigs, but I guess what I wanted to ask you about was your ongoing rival with well, no, it's not you and nothing to do with you really, but the Kodaline fan base have a rivalry with the Nickelback fan base. Did you know that?
They're awful. They're awful.
Have you heard their new song? It's actually not that bad.
I'm just not going to listen.
Okay.
Do you know, I don't know if I should say this, but I heard a story from a guy I was working with in the music industry.
I'd say probably don't say it.
Who worked with Chad Kruger.
Don't say it.
No?
No, because I want this podcast to go up on my channel. I don't want to. I want my podcast to explode. I want lots of listeners.
Basically.
Oh, God.
This is not from me. This is from someone else. So I don't, like, I mean, it apparently it happened.
Okay.
Will I tell you?
No. Tell me after. Save it for after.
It's ridiculous.
Okay.
But anyway,
I'll tweet out.
I'm not a fan of Nickelback.
Okay.
I'm sure they're lovely people. And, fair play to them.
I actually saw an interview with Chad.
Look at this graph.
Look at this. So anyway, you or Mark, one of yous. I kind of think it might have been Mark, because was it Vinny?
Yeah, Vinny hates them.
But Vinny's the quietest, nicest guy.
Okay, right. Vinny is a very passionate guy. He's a drummer in
Kodaline.
in Kodaline, and he's very passionate. So when he and he's very set in his ways. When he doesn't do it halfway. If he doesn't like somebody, he fucking hates them. And there's not many things that he doesn't like.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's such a nice guy. He's got a great beard. He drinks wine. He's just
like, he loves rugby.
Yeah.
And he to the level where I can't even sit in a room with him when he's watching rugby because I get scared.
And Dave Grohl. He loves Dave Grohl.
He loves Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
But he fucking hates Nickelback, like with a passion.
And was it him that said the quote? That was all right. I thought it was Mark, because Mark is the most like reactionary human. Like Mark has this kind of like Gallagher swagger to him, where if you ask him a question, he'll just give you the answer. Like he doesn't ever attempt to control what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like Mark's the kind of guy that, he, you know what he's like anyway. You're familiar with Mark.
Who?
Yeah. So anyway, I saw this on Twitter. It was what was it like? It was when just before Coming Up for Air came out, or in and around that time. And the Nickelback fan base, they have a centralized Twitter account with like thousands and thousands of followers, and they quoted I forget what publication it was, but it was like Kodaline, "We're not fans of Nickelback" or something. And the Nickelback fan base were like, "Fuck Kodaline."
I know, straight away, boycott.
That's what it was. It was boycott.
I just thought it was hilarious that, I mean, like, people are entitled to like and dislike things. Like,
absolutely.
Their own fucking mind, you know, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And they're entitled to their own opinion. We don't like Nickelback, you know. We don't mean to cause any harm in that.
Yeah,
in that opinion.
I doubt that Nickelback care.
Yeah,
like,
they wouldn't fucking care. Jeez, they probably don't even know who we are. Like,
they're probably on their private jet counting their money.
Look at this great. But the fact that they took it to heart and got really angry was hilarious.
Yeah.
I like Vinny just put it up and then all of a sudden there was this backlog. I was like, who are these people?
Yeah.
They're probably like crazy Nickelback fans. They just like their whole bedrooms are just covered in fucking Chad Kroeger pictures.
Yeah.
Look at this graph.
That's one of the
loads
greatest.
Of graphs everywhere.
there's like one of my friends zoomed in on that graph that he holds up in the look at this and like found out what it was and everything.
What is it?
I can't remember. It's something about GDP in like 2005 versus 2000. Like it's just the most graph thing.
Gross domestic product.
Yeah, it's a country's GDP. It's something like that. It's so boring and minuscule. And it's in the video. It's genius because it's just Chad Kroeger holds it up and then it goes to slow mo and he's got this huge smile on his face.
I know, it's so stupid. Did you see the Trump? The other way Trump was signing off on those.
Executive orders.
And then
he holds them up.
People did.
Yeah.
They just like drew it. I saw it was a picture of a cat.
Yeah.
Really badly drawn.
Yeah,
cat.
and he wrote cat and spelled it with a K.
Yeah. Holds it up. Oh, the internet is amazing. People are geniuses.
I know.
There's some genius comedians on the internet, you know, who create memes and all that.
Have you ever read something about yourself on the internet that's made you laugh because of how untrue it is?
Yeah, well, no, there was somebody made up a story in the paper before, in the Irish paper. I remember I was in America at the time and I was on tour, and one of my mates sent me a picture of this article and it was like, yeah, Steve from Kodaline was out last night with this other band and he was playing tunes and then they played a new song and then he said that it was really good and then he partied all night and then went home. And I was like, who's writing this? I'm in America. I was like, it must have been a stupidly slow news day. Like, why bother? It was so retarded. But only recently, actually, there is one thing. For some strange reason, my girlfriend forgot what height I was, and she thought I was a lot smaller than I am. I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
Right. And apparently, if you look me up, it says I'm 5'9".
Whoa.
Yeah, I know it's only 2 inches.
It does not matter.
Yeah, it does not matter.
Yeah.
But no, not really. Other than that, like, I haven't really come across.
I remember on Zane Lau you said that you had a new pair of socks every single day and that somehow made the paper. It was like in the middle section of the Irish not the Irish Times, like the Sun or something like that.
Another stupid slow news day.
Yeah.
Like, so
so you're wearing odd socks now. One is pink and one is black. Do you care to explain that?
This is a Christmas.
That is a Christmas sock. You're wearing an inside out Christmas sock. Fucking hell. It's a snowman and it says cool. I cannot believe that the recurring theme of this podcast has been Christmas.
An inside out Christmas sock. And we're sitting next to a Christmas tree.
And it's March, and it's a sunny day. It's like the first sunny day of the year. It's like beautiful outside.
I honestly didn't know it was a Christmas sock. I just took it, you know.
Unbelievable.
But sure, you know yourself.
So, you've been playing a lot of video games lately. Is that your way of unwinding?
Yeah, it keeps my mind off the fact that I can't find the other Christmas socks. I have to wear hot socks. And it's heartbreaking. So I just try to ignore it and playing PlayStations, yeah.
What's your favourite game to play? Seeing as we're talking to an army of... Yeah.
I was I've gotten really into FIFA. I'm not very good at it, but...
He plays with sliders, just for everyone.
What sliders?
Sliders is what you did to the AI when you make them really bad.
Yeah. No, I didn't do that. That was somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah. I love Modern Warfare.
Yeah, we've been playing that. The remastered.
Yeah, the remastered one was so good. I hope they remaster number 2.
They're gonna... I think they're gonna do it next year. I'm not sure.
And then I'm pretty damn good at Rocket League.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you really?
I'm pretty good, yeah.
Because I'm pretty good at Rocket League.
I'm kind of got a handle now on like the aerial moves.
We should play Rocket League then.
We should play a game.
Yeah. When do you... You're going to the UK tomorrow, is it?
I'm going away, for going to studio for
6 weeks or something.
Some shoot.
It's one of those.
I might. No, I can't really bring a PlayStation to the studio.
No.
I just won't do anything.
Yeah.
No, but you know, we can play online or whatever at some point.
Yeah. No, we should.
We can have a quick game after this.
I probably don't have time.
Oh,
We both have appointments in like an hour, so we don't actually have a lot of time for this episode. What time is it actually?
It's 1:20.
Right, we probably have another like 10 minutes or so, I guess.
Yeah.
So you play a lot of Rocket League. When you go into the studio now, is that it? The album's gonna be like recorded fully?
Sorry, I just got a text message and I completely zoned out because I'm replying. My girlfriend's in New York and she just found a.
It's like 6 a.m. over there. What is she doing awake?
She got up early, I think, to go to the, or maybe it's jet lag. But she sent me this Ghosts and Witches of Williamsburg combination tour.
Wow.
Because
you're mad into.
I love ghosts and stuff like that.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a skeptic, you know.
Yeah.
But I'd love to. If I did see a ghost, it would be amazing because it would prove that there is something more than just life.
Do you feel like you're more entrenched in the mythology of it rather than the actuality of it?
Yeah.
Because
I don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just fascinated by it, and I love the feeling of being scared.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Actually, yeah, that was something I wanted to talk to you about. Because you have all the VR gadgets, right? Like
I had the PlayStation VR and I had the HTC Vive.
Was that the one that was?
You walk around the room. I had to get a PC to hook it up.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. But I've kind of packed that away now, and I just stick into the PlayStation VR.
And how are you finding it? You're playing Resident Evil with it.
It's unbelievable, and it is fucking scary.
Yeah.
It's proper, like in VR, like it's. I mean, when I first put it on, there's this point where just this crazy possessed girl, and she like runs at you, and she's right in your face. And when you have the VR on, the first time that happened to me, I just fucked the hell out of it, threw it on the ground and legged it out of the room. And I was like, wait, hold on. This isn't real. What am I doing? So I went back in, and then I was like, alright, crap. Yeah. She's not going to get me.
She got you, didn't she?
It's a game. I had to keep reminding myself it was a game.
Is it one of those things that makes your heart go?
Oh, yeah. Proper.
So, and do you get that when you're going on stage? Or do you just...
an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I get that all the time, you know? I don't want to make this a podcast about anxiety.
No.
Which is a heavy topic.
Yeah.
But,
I have enough of that in my real life.
It's kind of like...
Without fucking talking about it on here.
Yeah. No, but it's kind of, you know, like a panic attack, you know?
But in a good way, sort of?
But in a good way.
Yeah.
But what I found is that, like, a panic attack is a really bad thing, you know, and if you're unlucky enough to have none. It's kind of, it's strange that, like, I've had bad panic attacks and it'll really completely consume me, and I'll just be a ball of fear, and I'll probably be a ball of emotion, just fucking cowering in the corner and crying.
Yeah.
But I get the same physical sensations when I go on stage. Like, there's not much difference between it, like the heart racing, you know, kind of sweaty hands, like just the same physical sensations. But when I'm going on stage and I have those physical sensations, I'm actually pumped.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. So I had a panic attack recently, and I tried to look at it from the point of view of excitement in a weird way.
Yeah.
And it actually kind of worked. It relieved it, and it's strange.
Yeah, that's I actually quite recently started taking medication, and my doctor was like, for the first 6 weeks that you take this, you will feel heightened anxiety with everything you do. So like when I was really excited about stuff, I was actually terrified. And what I figured out for myself was that it was like, when I'm excited, it's like you said, it's all the exact same sensations.
Physical sensations.
And what happens is your brain is like, oh shit, your heart is beating really fast. That's a bad thing. We need to shut this down and panic.
Yeah.
So like once you can control that, which is a very, very tough order.
Easier said than done.
Yeah. But if you can, then you kind of conquer anxiety there and then, and you can turn everything into one of the. But I get adrenaline rushes over like the weirdest things, like. When I play games online and people are watching, and like I know that if I have a chance to like win or do something amazing, like my heart starts racing and I'm like, oh, this is it, and like it throws me off so much. But at the same time, it's sort of, if you can just control it and like point it towards something, and then, you know, it's incredible.
Yeah,
but
it is amazing. It's like an adrenaline rush, you know.
They say that if you, on a first date, if you take a girl to a scary movie, she's more likely to fall in love with you or have like a positive reaction to you because
of the heightened awareness and the physical sensations.
Yeah, and the fact that they're also presumably having a good time because you're good company, then they associate that with, that was a really heightened emotional experience and it was really positive, so therefore this person gives me a really good feeling. Like that's
real.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like a what do you call it? A life hack for anyone that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, dating advice.
Yeah, that's right. So my final question: what do you look for in a woman? I'm just kidding. I don't really know what else to say because we have not got a whole lot of time left. But you have a painting of Bruce Springsteen on your wall.
I do.
Who gave you that?
A guy called Gwen. He's an amazing painter.
Yeah,
He's
I can see that.
Like he just painted it himself, and like I kind of told him what I wanted. That's a famous a picture of Springsteen holding his first album, and I wanted that, and then I wanted that quote on it: "The best music is essentially there to provide you something to face the world with."
Yeah.
It's one of Springsteen's quotes, and it really speaks to me. I think it's amazing, you know. But yeah, I love it.
I actually did want to ask you, has anything really embarrassing happened to you on stage yet? Have you forgotten what town you were in?
My fly has been open.
Really? For a whole gig?
I've lost count.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think like just too many. And there's always someone in the front row pointing at it the whole gig. And then it takes me like 20 minutes to realise, and then I'm like, okay. Now I understand.
That happened to me one day in work, right?
Really?
And about 2 years ago. And ever since then, every single time I go to the bathroom in work, I zip it up about 50 fucking times.
There's nothing worse when, did you ever wear a pair of trousers and the zip is loose?
Yeah.
So it keeps kind of going halfway down.
Yeah.
I mean, you spend the whole day just zipping it up.
It's not fair. Like,
it's terrible.
It is, yeah.
But like, I bought a brand new pair of jeans and the zip would be like that. Should you bring it back?
That's the real question. I don't know. They say I don't. You wear very skinny jeans compared to me, so maybe that's something to do with
these
it.
are buttoned for that very reason.
Yeah. I have button jeans as well. Yeah. It's the only way forward. But I still come out with the jacks and I'm like putting my hand down to zip it up. Like just, it's like I don't know, I've gotten myself in, you know, like when you leave the house and you're like, did I leave the oven on? And then you're like, no, I haven't cooked in 4 years.
Did I leave the oven on? Oh no, wait, yeah. I don't even know what an oven is.
Did I leave the iron on? I don't even own an iron. But yeah, that's why I'm always like, shit, have I zipped my fly back up? So yeah, there you have it. That's a good note to end this podcast on, I think.
Very rounded conversations.
Yeah. I wanted to dig a little bit more about album 3, but then I was like, no, I think I'll let it happen naturally, but it will come out in September, or that's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do you want me to play a song?
Nah.
No, like I could play. This song probably won't make the album, so it doesn't matter.
What song is it?
It's that song that I wrote in the car with my dad.
Oh, right.
My dad said it's not the destination, it's the road, and then I wrote the whole song, went home, and before I touched an instrument, I just wrote all the lyrics, and then I sat down and played it.
And you've no problem throwing it away onto the podcast? Yeah, do it.
It's like a song just cool.
If you think that it's okay,
I think it's fine.
Your label's not going to make me pull the podcast or anything, are they?
No, I'd say it's alright.
Like Steve just went and grabbed one of the 4 guitars hanging off his wall. This is a Midnight Hour exclusive. Thank you for listening.
Where have you come from? Where will you go? Do you follow your instincts deep down in your soul? The world's full of changes that nobody can see. You get what you're given. You get what you're given. Nobody knows what the future holds. So just say what will be, will be. But give it your all and try your best in everything you do. 'Cause it won't be long until our time on earth is finally true. There's so much we have yet to learn and things we'll never know. But it's not the destination, it's the road. It's not the destination, it's the road. So fuck what they told you, 'cause nobody cares. Throw out the rule book and let down your hair. The world's full of changes that nobody can see. So smile while you're living. Just smile while you're living. 'Cause nobody knows what the future holds. So just say what will be, will be. But give it your all and try your best in everything you do. 'Cause it won't be long until our time on earth is finally true. There's so much we have yet to learn and things we'll never know. But it's not the destination, it's the road. It's not the destination, it's the road. It's not the destination, it's the road. Yeah. Alright, so you gonna play Rocket League?
So there you have it, folks. It turns out it was Kodaline all along. I hope you enjoyed that episode, especially the song at the end. I thought it was really good. I'd never heard it before, and that's kind of rare because I end up eavesdropping on a lot of Steve's recording sessions sometimes. So I end up hearing songs in their early stages and they get stuck in my head and they become like already a song, whereas this was something that I completely never heard before, so that was like my actual reaction, was to clap my hands. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, as I said, and just a huge thanks to Steve for his time, because we were super pressed for time going into that episode. I had like a lot of stuff on that day, and Steve had to go into the studio the very next day anyway, so that was pretty much the only time we could possibly get to record an episode, and it has been a while, and a lot of you guys have been requesting that he come back onto the show. It's just, obviously, he is a busy guy, and it's really hard to, I don't know, take the time to do something like that, but I'm quite happy with it, especially the song. It was so damn good. So that was the song that closed the episode. Usually I have a song that I chose, whereas this time that's not what happened. But we'll be back with a new episode next week. It's not recorded yet, but myself and Dr. John are going to continue our conspiracy theory themes, and I think we're going to discuss the New World Order as a concept that maybe a skeptical eye on it, but also just looking into the genuine possibility that there are a secret group of people ruling the world, even though there probably isn't. But you know, we have some research to do, and I hope you guys are looking forward to that episode. Above everything else, check out the subreddit in the description, because that's where, I don't know, I'm just really active on there, and I read all the comments and stuff. So if you want, you know, my attention on any one specific idea that you have, that is the place to go. And with that, we're out. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much for all the support and all of that stuff. And yeah, here's to another 82 episodes. Peace.